What's going on, everybody? We're going to be opening up the Tales of Middle-earth Special Edition here. And we've already opened up quite a bit of this product on Whatnot. So if you do want to check us out on Whatnot, there is a link down below for a free $15 credit on there. And you can come check us out. We're actually opening it up live there. But I'm going to open up a box here on the YouTubes. No, once again, I'm not that consistent with videos. I have just found it very hard with everything going on, all the releases and everything. But I'm going to talk a little bit about how the sales have been going, how people are receiving the product, and what I personally think about it. And yeah, so we'll just go ahead and get right into it. I know some people have not seen what comes out of these packs yet, so I'll kind of go over the pack breakdown as we start, and also tell you how the product is doing in comparison to sales, and just kind of my thoughts about the Magic market in general. So just to start things off, I'm going to go ahead and go over the pack breakdown. It goes, you get your uncommons and commons in the front here in non-foil. So you get four of those. And then after you get four non-foils in that new scroll treatment, you actually get a couple foils here, which are this almost like cold foil style. If you're familiar with Lorcana, it looks very similar to that. Unfortunately, the lighting isn't quite doing it justice, but it looks absolutely beautiful in that foil treatment. Reprieve in foil, which is actually an amazing card, and then a gore bag. So then you get four foils there. You get a surge foil land, and then after that you get your rare slots, and this is where you get a lot of reprints. So just going over this here, so let's go through this. One thing I want to mention is that this product actually is a ton of reprints. So it is a reprint of, and then here we have in the back, you have your chance at a poster treatment. Usually see like 3 to 4 of these in a box. This is one of them. I think this one is honestly terribly done with the text. Extremely hard to read. It took me a second to realize that this was Arwen, Mortal Queen. The text in her dress is a bit hard to read, but some of them are done really well. I think this one is done the worst, but this is where you can hit the actual serialized slot and it'd be in this poster treatment. And then you get a little token in the back there. So that's how it goes. So as I was saying, this product is essentially just a reprint or a reskin of the previous Lord of the Rings. I think that was, for the most part, a terrible move on Wizards' part. There is some new cards that are coming out of this set. However, it's very minimal, which is quite unfortunate. So the total number of new cards coming out of the product is actually 24. Of those, I believe Legolas's Quick Reflex is probably the most standout card, I think, in my opinion. It having Call for Aid. It having, we got a nice Eowyn Shield Maiden, Nazgul Battle Mace. It having Split Second just makes it extremely strong. Mary Esquire. And finishing it off with a Soul's Attendant. It having Split Second just makes it very, very strong. This is actually uncommon, and believe it or not, you can hit an uncommon in that back slot, which is a pretty feels bad moment. Yeah, it just makes this card really strong. And I think because this is just a reskin of the old Lord of the Rings, it is, for the most part, not being accepted very well by the community for that reason. I think a lot of people are like, well, why open this product if I already opened a ton of the first Lord of the Rings, and I have most of the cards. So if I'm just after a certain treatment, I'll just buy that treatment. For example, say you want that reprieve in the scroll foil treatment, you would just buy the reprieve. And the other unfortunate part is that, once again, Wizards has priced this as a premium product. And I think that is turning off a lot of players from purchasing the product. A lot of collectors, I think collectors have essentially left the market. And a Storm of Sauron there in the foil. So this is one that I think actually looks really, really good. So glad to see that hit right there. I have my foil and non-foil mixed up. We're gonna set the poster treatments down there in the corner. And as a result, sales are weak. Sales are weak for this product for the most part. I stream Magic, Sorcery, and Pokemon on Whatnot, and our channel was streaming this yesterday, and we had people coming in asking to buy packs of Sorcery Alpha, which has been out now for a few months, and this product has just come out, and there was no interest in it, which is, is a bit sad because we've been now streaming on Whatnot for, we're going into our third year here, and that was never the case with Magic. Even, as things were kind of, on a lull after Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow, there was that little uptick with Kamigawa, and then we saw it again with Streets of New Capenna. There was still all that hype and everything, and unfortunately, that has all essentially disappeared. Cavern Horde Dragon, great hit right there. We're going to leave that there. That's all disappeared. That is long gone in Magic. Dawn of a New Age. And a Nazgul Battle Mason in the Surge foil there. So quite a few Surge foils coming out of this product if you haven't been able to tell already. This thing essentially turns a creature into a Eldrazi. And then we get an Explorer in the back. So the black slot also has that chance of essentially getting you a card which is a reskinned version of an older card. For example, like Pact of Negation, we saw Diabolic Intent, etc. So yeah, a bit disheartening to see with Magic. It's definitely, this is typically we order a master case or two to do live stream. And this product has kind of told me, it was kind of like one of the last times I was going to try attempting to do a master case. And it seems like people, for the most part, are done opening opening packs. And, you know, some people may be like, well, it's because you charge a premium on whatnot, etc. And I understand that. I know there's a, you know, I have to charge like that because there is a, you're essentially paying for a service, kind of like getting Uber Eats versus buying it on TCG Player. But that's beyond the point. The point is that I think people just don't want to open up packs anymore, and they figure if Wizards is gonna keep reprinting certain cards, or if they're gonna like reprint anything that has any type of value, then why am I gonna go ahead and try and collect a bunch of cards rather than just buy the ones I need for decks, because there is no value that's retained, and that is the unfortunate state of Magic at the moment. And we're finishing it off with a Stonehewer Giant in the back there. So as you see, some of the new art there. And then our food token. One thing I will say that I'm kind of glad about is you actually get quite a few of the Orc Army tokens, which I feel like I never got any of those prior to this. And right as I say that, you see here an Orc Army token. I run Orcish Bowmasters basically in every black deck because the card is just busted. When someone plays a draw, if you end up getting that off, you can really ruin their day, especially once it goes to your turn. You have a giant army to pound them in the face with. Yeah, so just my thoughts. I'd love to hear what you guys think about the current state of the market, and what you think of this product overall. I think it was a very, very well done product. I think Wizards honestly should have done maybe like the set boxes had these type of treatments versus the collector boxes had, you know, the other type, done it as a side-by-side release. I don't think this product particularly warranted a completely different release on its own. Frodo Sauron's Bane. You know what? I'm gonna set this one aside. My buddy loves playing this deck, so I'd love to. I'll keep that on the side for him. Press the Enemy in the Surge, and a Mount Doom in Surge foil. I actually wanted to set this one aside because I was thinking about building a Tevesh Rog, and this is a key piece in that deck. And then a Tempt with Discovery in that new treatment. And then our food token. Alright, again with the Orc Army. So we're halfway through, down to the last 5. Another thing that they did, and I think it was a completely bad move, is they've reprinted all those realms and relics in the Surge treatment over again. So essentially, anyone who had any money in those or spent a ton of money on them kind of got done dirty. And I think if Wizards keeps alienating the customer base, like obviously they're going to be very hesitant on purchasing anything of value from here on out, and they just keep do not learn. They just keep doing it, and it's essentially what has happened here. Call of the Ring in Surge foil. That is actually going to go into a deck here. This card, I can't believe how cheap it is for how busted it is. If you really go through and read it and see what the ring does, this is a huge draw engine for a 2-drop, especially if you have creatures that you can keep casting it on. So we're going to set that up right there. Frodo Baggins in the Surge, and we're getting a Shelob in the foil treatment here in the back. And as you see, this is some new art for Iskana Graph Widow. So there's a lot of new reskins of cards in the back slot here. All right, down to the last 5 packs. So let's see how this goes. Mushroom Dogs, Hobbit Sting, Council's Deliberation, Gorbog, I do not like this angle of the camera. It's a little tough for me to do because I have to hold it exactly at a 90 degrees, so I'll definitely have to make some adjustments here. Soothing of Smeagol, Council's Deliberation. Beautiful Nazgul. I think this treatment, for example, of the Nazgul is something that I personally would have wanted to chase from the start, but again, with someone who's probably purchased the full Nazgul set in the original art, are they going to want to go back and now collect it in this new scroll treatment? Goldberry Daughter, Horn of the Mark, Arboreal Alliance, Horn of Gondor, a Ozolith in the Surge. So here's one of those realms and relics I was referring to in the Surge foil. That one's a pretty decent one there. We'll keep it in the hits pile. And another Soul's Attendant. So those realms and relics actually only come in a Surge foil treatment. You usually see about 2 of them per box. And that's what the hit rate is. Again, I don't know. I think that was a terrible move on Wizards. They basically eradicated any value in chasing those out of the previous boxes. So there is that. So, but the other boxes do have the soul rings, which I think is something that people will be after still. All right, we got a Swamp. Then we got Faramir. Legolas Greenleaf. Gimli's Reckless Might. Lotho Corrupt Sheriff. Peregrine Took. And we're going to finish it off here with a Timber Protector and a food token. All right, last quarter of the box. Let's see if we can get something big here. This box has been a little lackluster, to be quite honest. The previous box we opened was extremely good. Hitting a extended foil Surge One Ring. We hit a Gemstone Caverns in the Surge, as well as a Shadow Spear in the Surge foil. Fiery Inscription. Bill the Pony. Plains. And onto the rares. Elrond. Rangers. Riders of the Mark, the Battle of Bywater. My piles are all over the place, as it always ends up. Gollum, Patient Plotter. We are getting a mythic. Shadow of the Enemy in that new treatment. This is actually the first time I've seen this, and these are total secret lair treatments slipped into the Lord of the Ring boxes. But as you see, this one's a lot easier to read versus the, gosh, I'm forgetting her name, but the Queen, the Mortal Queen. So very, very cool to see that treatment there. And a food token. Like I said, you're usually seeing somewhere between 2 to 4 of those per box. So that's 3 there for us. So very, I would say it's on average more like 3. So probably won't see another one here for the remainder of the box, but we'll see what we get. Book of Mazril, the Bath Song, Enraged Huron, Protector of Gondor, Celebrant the Wise, Golem's Bite, Plains, Arwen, there she is, the regular treatment, Motivated Pony, Isengard Unleashed, and we're getting a King of the Oathbreakers, Legolas Master Archer, and we're going to finish it off with an uncommon Explorer again. Unfortunately, the back slot also, there's a lot of these uncommons that come out of the back slot, which kind of wrecks the value there, but I guess if every pack was worth a ton of money, as they say, the product would just be out of range as far as price goes. All right, final pack here. I think we really need a something here to knock it out of the park because this has been a very, very lackluster box. Aside from that that Ozolith, I think we are pretty much out of luck here. So let's see, Grey Havens, Gandalf Sanction, Island. We're getting of Herbs and Stewed Rabbit, Horn of Gondor, Gandalf the Secret Fire, and another mythic, a Hue of the Entwood, not the greatest, but still. Legolas, Counter of Kills, and we're going to finish it off with a mythic. It is going to be a poster treatment, so that is our 4th one, and that's a Saruman of Many Colors. So if you check that out, very, very Secret Lair-esque. So if you guys saw these and put them side by side, you would definitely see what I mean when saying that these could definitely be a Secret Lair release. Let's go ahead and put, you know, we had Galadriel. Where did she go? Where did the little Galadriel? Oh, you know what? We didn't hit a Galadriel. I am totally out of it. But yeah, there it is. So those are the poster treatments. Those are really the new treatments there. Again, we have the scroll treatment as well in the foil. But that is the product. That gives you a little bit of a taster as to what it is. See if you're going to want to interact with it, as what's his name would say. But yeah, let me know how you like the video, if you like videos in this format. Again, there's a link down below for $15 on Whatnot. It helps support us on there. Come by, check out the stream, see if you enjoy it. And in any case, I'll catch you all in the next video.